Hello everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. My name is Max, and today I'm going to be going over why Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon, and this will be the first video in a series I'm doing. I don't know exactly how many videos the series will end up being, but this is the first video in the series. Alright, so the ongoing debate that never seems to end within the Marvel fandom is whether Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is canon in the MCU, or whether it's an alternate timeline, or whether things line up, whatever take you want to, see it through. There's always arguments about whether Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. exists in the MCU. Now, what I want to focus on in this first video are the characters, because I feel like that is one of the things that's often overlooked by a lot of people arguing, because it seems like the people who argue that the show is not canon tend to forget really big plot points of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the characters involved with them and how it directly connects to the films. So to start off with, obviously Phil Coulson. Phil Coulson is the driving factor of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. essentially. Yes, I think every character on the team is a main character, but he really is the reason for the show. Phil Coulson was a character that a lot of people loved in the earlier Marvel movies, and then he was killed off by Loki in Avengers, and they decided to kind of continue his character, bring him back to life, and have a show based around him. Now, it is clearly explained in the show exactly how this happens, and I want to try and not go into too many spoilers in this series, because I do think people who might want to check out the show could benefit from it too, because I've seen a lot of people, kind of talk about how they were told that the show doesn't matter, so they don't want to check it out. But there are points in here that I think could benefit people who want to see it. So any plot points will be generally rough and low spoilers. But if there is something big that comes up, I might put in a timestamp for people to skip to or something like that. So yeah, Phil Coulson comes back. It's not really a spoiler. If you watch the trailer for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., you know what happens. He comes back. He's brought back to life. And immediately in the series, before we even see Phil Coulson, we see Maria Hill. Maria Hill is one of the other kind of, I would say, top and most recognized S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and we've seen her with Nick Fury multiple times, including at the end of Infinity War, and multiple times throughout the show of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. itself. Now, I think this is important to keep in mind, because people often focus on, Phil Coulson could have been, it could have been an alternate timeline where he was brought back or something. But, having characters like Maria Hill and Nick Fury, who I will touch on in a little bit, kind of lay the groundwork for how exactly this show is connected to the movies, I think is really important in showing the interconnectivity between what you see on the big screen and what you see on the small screen. Now, Maria Hill kind of plays the role of connecting to the movies, and I think that's something that's really interesting about her character, because she tends to, in the first season, be there for the aftermath of the Battle of New York and kind of how the world is recovering in the sense of, superheroes, supervillains, and everything going on. And then later on in the show, in other seasons, she is there kind of to continue the connections between the shows and films. So, for example, she at one point talks to Phil Coulson about Loki's scepter, and I believe they mentioned the twins as well. This is referring to Age of Ultron and the beginning of Age of Ultron, which is really, really connected with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., and they're integrated together. Now, yes, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. came out after Age of Ultron came out. People like to use this as a point of dismissing it, saying, they were just trying to connect it, but that doesn't mean that one plays off the other. Well, the official Avengers account shared a picture of the logo for Age of Ultron with the kind of mechanical looking Avengers logo and the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. logo, saying, tune in to find out how it's all connected, or something along those lines. I'll put the image up on the screen right now. But I think that further shows that it was always connected. There's disagreements about whether, because certain people didn't get along behind the scenes, or because Kevin Feige was not exactly directly involved with the show, that it's not connected. But, Kevin Feige has defended Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He was connected in some way, shape, or form, kind of throughout, but very loosely. And he has, mentioned that he was able to, with that show, sit back as a Marvel fan instead of being, kind of heavily involved with everything. So he was able to enjoy the show as the show and not know all the behind the scenes and things like that, because it was more coordinated between the writers for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and the writers for films such as Age of Ultron and The Winter Soldier.